Hey, what's going on, guys? Matty Brolic here, and today I have the game of the week for week 3 of the NPL, the National Pokeball League. So, in this game here, we have the Green Bay Palkias versus the Oakland Roseraders. So, let's just jump right into this battle. I did watch it. It was a very exciting game. So, definitely fitting that Rich, the coach of the Oakland Roseraders, brought a Roserade. So we'll get right into this. These teams definitely look evenly matched. By looking at them, I wouldn't say one is definitely has the matchup advantage over the other. So we'll get right into this here. And Rich leads off with his Sableye and just goes. Does he stay in here? He goes right for Taunt, I guess predicting a Leech Seed or something like that. Whimsicott does outspeed, so I guess that wasn't the best play there. But now Rich goes right into his Jolteon, not fearing anything else from the Zapdos, knowing that he was going to go for an electric attack. So now here he goes for HP Grass, predicting the Quagsire to come in. Now if he knocked out this Quagsire here, he'd be in pretty good shape because he could Volt Switch on pretty much anything except the Mamoswine, but Mamoswine doesn't really want to take HP Grasses either. And he has decent checks for Mamoswine on the rest of his team as well. So having that really fast Volt Switcher there, because he actually is a Scarf Jolteon, being able to outspeed Mega Aerodactyl would be really, really phenomenal for Rich here. So Rich goes into Talonflame on the Whimsicott, and Whimsicott reveals that it's most likely Choice Specs that Moonblasted a ton. Whimsicott does not have very high special attack, and that Moonblasted almost half to a resisted hit on Talonflame. So Talonflame is offensive. I believe it is Choice Banded there by the damage it did to Quagsire, so he's not going to stay in here. There really isn't much of a reason to. Quagsire is probably going to recover, or he might just switch out, expecting Talonflame to switch out. And the Green Bay Palkies make a great play here, sending in Mega Aerodactyl to just fire off a powerful hit on anything. Nothing really wants to take it on Rich's team. So he goes right for Aerial Ace, knocking out the Talonflame. So that's a huge threat gone. So now Rich goes into his Sableye here. This is a normal Sableye, not a Mega Sableye, and he goes right for the Will-O-Wisp, birding the Whimsicott. Definitely nice, because since this does seem like a offensive Whimsicott, it is nice to be able to wear it down turn by turn. So now he goes into Roserade. Easy switch into Whimsicott here, and now he can fire off a pretty powerful attack, or possibly double switch to try to gain some momentum here. And he does double switch, very good play on Rich's part. Going into Gallade, knowing that Gallade can take on Zapdos pretty well with its high special defense, but that Ice Punch actually doesn't do very much at all. So this is a physically defensive Zapdos, and now Rich has to definitely make a switch here and try to get some momentum some other way. So again, he does not fear the ground types and goes right for a Volt Switch here. And it doesn't do much. He's able to go into Roserade here. Zapdos can't do much to this Roserade. And by the way, it's taking that Hidden Power Ice, even though this is not an offensive Zapdos. I'm thinking that this could be a Assault Vest Roserade, because look at that damage. That's pretty high damage. So there's a good chance that maybe he's investing a lot of speed, as well as special attack to deal a lot of damage and avoid having to invest a ton of bulk just by adding an Assault Vest onto it. So he's just going for a Sludge Bomb Poison here, basically. He's also almost bluffing that he's choiced here. So definitely a good job on Rich here, because he's kind of masking his Roserade set, which is nice. Now he switches out here, goes into Absol, predicting either a Roost or maybe a potential switch out there. So now Absol could either Swords Dance up or just go right for a knockoff. And he does go right for the knockoff here, and maybe Zapdos predicted a Swords Dance and went right for Thunderbolt, but that was a good play on Rich's part, because now he is able to just knock out the Zapdos with the knockoff here and get that huge threat out of the way, because Rich did not have much that could touch that thing. So now the Hydreigon comes in here, and it must be Scarfed, because I can't imagine an Absol that can outspeed a Hydreigon. That would be a little bit of an odd set, because its defenses are so low, you really wouldn't want to invest in them. So now he goes into Jolteon here, just goes right for Thunderbolt. So he really is not just fearing the two ground types that are on the team here. I guess he did reveal that he has HP Grass, but he isn't worried about him making that prediction at all. So now he goes into Gallade, and this, I could not believe this. This must be a Jolly Max Speed Scarf Gallade, which isn't so crazy, but this Hydreigon must be a Scarfed Hydreigon without a ton of speed, because Max Speed Modest Hydreigon actually outspeeds Jolly Gallade, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm pretty sure that I'm correct on that one. So he was able to fire off a Drain Punch, unless the Absol before didn't have a lot of speed or went for a move that would have negative priority, then this must be a Scarf Hydreigon. So he goes right into Gallade, gets the Defiant boost, and goes right for Drain Punch, healing himself up a lot. So Now Hydreigon goes right down, a big threat, and he goes into Whimsicott here, and he goes for another Drain Punch, because this is basically a Choice Banded Drain Punch. It does a lot. This goes to show you how this might be a Specs Whimsicott, because Glade with that base 115 special defense is a decently bulky attacker, and it went right down to that Moonblast, which I don't think it would have if this was Pixie Plate or just, you know, a normal Whimsicott set. So now he goes right for Giga Drain, doesn't lose anything from that, gets some nice HP back on the Roserade, possibly putting him out of range for, you know, like an Ice Shard or something like that from Mamoswine. And now he goes into Sableye. He can take the hit from the arrow there. He goes right for Will-O-Wisp here. He misses, kind of unfortunate for him there, but not the biggest deal in the world just because this Quagsire can't do much to him. I'm not sure if this Quagsire has Toxic. He does have Ancient Power here, perhaps with Talonflame, but I believe Scald and Ancient Power hit with the same amount of power. Maybe he wanted to possibly nab some boost there, but overall, I would run Scald over. I think he does have Scald too, but I would just go for Scald to try to get a burn. So now he goes for Toxic there, because Toxic can Window Quagsire whittled down a lot better than Will-O-Wisp can, because he can keep recovering if he Will-O-Wisps him, but Toxic will put him on the timer, which is a really good play on Rich's part there, to try to Toxic the Quagsire. So now I think he goes straight for the Toxic here, which is a smart play, because like I said, he needs this Quagsire on a timer, or else he really can't knock it out too well with Sableye or Jolteon. He would need to, well, Jolteon doesn't have HP Grass, but you don't want to rely on HP Grass to sweep the rest of the team. So he goes for a cover here, and he knows he could just whittle down this Quagsire here all day. So the Quagsire is going to keep scalding here, but there's only so much he can do. So now he switches out here, and he goes into Mamoswine, and this is a, Rich just goes right for the recover here. So now, not wanting to get burned, he switches out. He's really trying to waste these Sableyes recovers, which is a good play on the Green Bay Palkias part, because if he could waste Sableyes recovers, then he has a really good chance of winning with Mamoswine. So now Rich switches out here, knowing he can take a Scald easily with Roserade. He does get burned here. He might have Natural Cure, and he could go for Giga Drain here, but the Whimsicott is really low, so he might just want to switch out and not take extra burn damage and lose momentum by him going into Aerodactyl. So Rich makes a good play here by going into Sableye, because now the Green Bay Palkies lose their Whimsicott, and nothing gains momentum on the Sableye here, because it does have priority attacks and can status the Mamoswine, and as well as recover stall the other two. So he goes right for recover, gaining some HP back. Good play there. And now he could go back into a Roserade here if he wants, but he's just going to keep recovering here, trying to whittle down the Quagsire a little bit. The Quagsire is on a timer, so he's going to have to switch out eventually, so it's just a matter of when. And he actually does it now, and Rich makes a fantastic prediction. Check this out. Goes right for Will-O-Wisp, not taunt, anything like that. Goes for Will-O-Wisp, predicting the Mamoswine. Great play, because now he's pretty much sealed up this win for him, because this Earthquake, even with a Life Orb, is only doing 36% to Sableye, meaning that he can stall out this Mamoswine pretty easily, as well as the other two Pokemon. And his Roserade also now should be able to take a hit from Mamoswine, or an Ice Shard at least, if it does outspeed. I'm assuming it does outspeed, because if I were to run Assault Vest Roserade, I would want a certain amount of speed to outspeed certain things on my opponent's team, because I know I can take hits well with special defense, boost from Assault Vest anyway. So now he can go for Giga Drain here and just gain a lot of HP back, because everything on the Green Bay Palkias will go down right now. And now he's definitely out of range of a burnt Ice Shard, and this Aerodactyl can't do too much here. So he goes for Hone Claws here. This Hone Claws is definitely going to do a ton to Mega Sableye, but or regular Sableye, but it can still stall it out basically with Recover. So he does go for Recover, but this Stone Edge actually does this much, where it brings him right down to where Burn will be able to knock him out. So all the Green Bay Palkias have left, though, is this really weakened Aerodactyl, which can go down to a Scarfed HP Grass, and this Mamoswine as well. Should go down to 2 Scarfed HP Grasses, but I believe he gets a crit on this Burnt Earthquake. I don't know if that mattered or not, but regardless, this Mamoswine was weak enough from the HP Grass to go down to this burn here. So very, very good game. I'm not sure what the speeds were on Mamoswine and Roserade, so I guess if Roserade was slower than this Mamoswine, then the Green Bay Palkias had a chance, because Icicle Crash, even when burned, would be able to knock out Roserade. It is really, really frail on the physical side. But I do imagine the way that Roserade was played, that it was an Assault Vester that probably had a good amount of speed, because just looking at the Green Bay Palkias team, it would be nice to have a good amount of speed to outspeed things like Mamoswine that otherwise think they could just come in and knock it out. So definitely probably had speed on the Roserade, but I don't know that for sure. But either way, it didn't matter because the HP Grass did come in handy and was able to do enough to the Mamoswine where it would go down to Life Orb and Burn. So that is good game. Very, very good game. Great job on both parts. Both teams, like I said, looked pretty evenly matched and either team didn't really have a serious advantage over the other. And it just kind of came down to who played better. And that's when battles are most fun because you really see that type of competition. People trying to make great plays and stuff like that. And there were great plays on both sides, making it a really fun game to watch. Congratulations to both coaches. Congratulations to Rich for picking up the win. That Mega Sableye Will-O-Wisp on the Mamoswine really sealed the win for you. And it was a great play. So thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely check out the National Pokeball League channel, as well as the coaches, especially the coaches, because you'll find the games mostly on their channels. And not only will you find the National Pokeball League games, but you will also find a lot of other great content that these guys produce. So definitely check them out. You could go and find them through the NPL channel. And yeah, that is about all I have to say today. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Definitely show your support to the National Pokeball League. And seriously, have a great day.